than this. I came to your club, not in my club in the police headquarters. So I think you should excuse me for having avoided a press conference. One of the reasons was that having been to in Bombay City for last about 30 plus years, I wasn't really close to what Bombay City really requires. So I needed some time to gather, to know what the problems are. When I was there were problems of communal riots, there were problems in economic offences, which I have dealt with, narcotics as well, which I have dealt with. But then I think the contours have changed, the parameters are different, and I think the people's expectations have changed. So lo and behold, what I did was really to get the information. People said very novel, very great, but I thought that was very, very plebeian and very, very mundane. That if you wanted information from the citizens, the only way you could get it was directly through my number. And that's the number I shared. That was the first thing that I did. Many people said, why should you do that? When I said, there's no other way. Because to get unfiltered information, who is my constituency? For whom am I working here? It is certainly the citizens. So the citizens should know and should know sending me feedback, sending me your suggestions. And I think most of them I reply. Somebody asked me, who is the one who is handling your social media? Well, in my case, if you are going to Sanjay P_1 and you're going to my Facebook profile, and if you're looking at the WhatsApp and sending me the WhatsApp, it's me. There's nobody else. It's me. My phone is not shared with anybody else. And I'm able to handle most of it. Some of it I may not be, but then. So I'm telling you, when I shared the number, the story goes like this. When I shared the number, I was surprised that people will be talking about huge crime. People will be talking about huge gangsterism. Sorry, this was not the voice. The voice was what you're hearing right now. This noise, which is a huge problem in Bombay City. There are kids who cannot sleep. There are seniors who cannot really have any kind of rest. And so I hope I'll be able to talk with the background noise right now going on the construction site. So my first initiative, certainly along with this, was on the noise. And the noise could have happened only with construction. With the construction, I called the MCHI and the CRIDAI. I must say, they were very, very helpful. What I said was that you should make the citizens aware. Right now, I was in the office, a builder from Matunga, not the builder, but the manager was brought to me from Entop. And I told him that at 1 o'clock you were constructing. And that's how I have called you here. And we have charged them. We have put sections of Bombay Police Act against them. But I am telling you through your medium today, that it's not just the Bombay Police Act that we are looking at. If we have a few more such charges against the builder, we are talking about good behavior. And that good behavior means there's a section in the CRPC, the Criminal Procedure Code, which says that you got to deal with a bond, and you have to furnish a bond that you will not do this again. And that could run into several lakhs of rupees, and that could run into several years. So in case you break the bond, you probably will be behind bars or will pay up that much money. So that's the newer part, which is probably, I'm not threatening anybody, but I'm saying if you have been given a time, if you've given a decibel level, the decibel level is, for your knowledge, 65 decibels for the builders. And so you please obey those rules. We will be fine with you, no problems. And then we have said that by 31st of March, you have to put sound cutters. There's not something wrong. I've said put those sound cutters because that will reduce the sound and will reduce the charge. Will reduce your situation of getting a 107 CRPC notice to you, which will probably put you in a much bigger problem. So that's what is my message to them. I am saying, I'm again repeating, they are all cooperating. They are putting up the sound cutters. We have said that put up a notice board that this is the timing, this is the decibel level that you will adhere to. They have done so. One issue remains that I believe that as a citizen of the city, that we should have silent Sundays. And silent Sundays is something that I'm working on. I don't think I'm the only agency. There are other agencies who can decide about the timing. But we are looking at our laws, whether we can restrict this ourselves, unilaterally. I haven't come to a decision yet, but this is in the offing, that if we could do it, if I as an executive magistrate can give those directions, I am evaluating. We will do that so that the citizens of Bombay have a silent Sunday. So this is something on the noise part. We are looking at other thing which I really did almost immediately that I came was to stop the towing. I had a serious backlash from where. People said no, towing is something which is required. There are people who got Magsaysay awards for towing. But I said Magsaysay award can be won for towing, but then the city should have those many parking places, those many drivable roads, those many motorable situations where you could probably tow. Even if I tow, where do I keep them? And I'm telling you, the biggest problem today is that I'm facing citizens saying that, look boss, you towed them and put them next to my society, which happens to be a BMC land. So what happens now? There are mosquitoes around, then there are various kind of miscreants who are misusing the place. So that's the challenge. So if this was true, we said there's no question. Till the city comes up, there is a parking authority which is under works. There is a parking authority which is looking at trying to give parking places. When that happens, we could probably have the towing. Initially I suspended, now I think it's almost coming to a permanency that till the time we get these facilities, we will not. I mean, I'm a personal victim of this, or maybe I have experienced it myself. Many a times my own personal vehicles have been towed. It was very difficult to get them back. Get them back in the sense you can get them back by various kind of calling, then finding out earlier the numbers were written. So that's the first thing that I did. And I think the citizens have come back and told me that it works. The other thing that we did was that we said the policing job should be left to the police. And I'm saying this with full open heart. Yes, citizens, civil society wants to contribute, you can contribute, but do not work as a policeman. Do not try to take over the role and try to imitate a police uniform. And that was what was happening in Bombay City. There were a group of people who were called wardens, and they were wearing very close to police uniforms. And we were getting a bad name for their misbehavior. I'm not discounting the other side totally, but I'm saying that this was certainly somebody whom I was not on my payroll, was not on my contractual arrangement, and was still working as a policeman. So those were stopped. They are somewhere, they still have the enthusiasm to stay back. We'll welcome such enthusiasm. These wardens, for your information, were given by construction people. They were in the contract told to manage the traffic in close to their construction sites. We have said you can keep these wardens. I don't want these poor fellows to lose their livelihood. But you should restrict them to your construction sites. They are not there to manage my regular traffic. They are there only to manage the traffic of those various trucks and whatever the loads which come to your construction site, not on the roads of Bombay where this has nothing to do with your construction. So I think those people have taken it very, very nicely. They have withdrawn. Some places, as I said, enthusiasm still prevails, and we will see the Bombay is pretty huge. From Naugarh to Kolaba, we have to travel quite a distance. So we are looking at that. Now, quite unconnected, which I never dreamt of, is the issue of cooperative societies. We have just had a meeting with the cooperative society people. There is extortion both sides. The extortion is to the extent that I'll cut your electricity, I'll cut your water if you don't pay X amount. Transferring a house, there is a limit to which you can charge. There are lakhs of rupees being charged. Just now I had a person company from a place like, I think Motunga it was, where some extraordinary money was being charged and being asked. So now those, I say, is still no. But then there's the other side of it. There are tenants, the neighbors who are paying maintenance, and then how these society fellows run their society. Now, honestly, now this is again personal, what I'm trying to do is that I'm going to think and write to make sure that the rights of these members and the rights of the executive committee members are are probably pruned. Coming to think of how was this made, people thought that the societies, when they run, they need to have an executive committee. This executive committee will look at lift, they will look at water, they will look at electricity. Instead of looking at the water and the electricity, it is how soon can they maintain, how soon they can repair. I mean, I'll relate a very sad story. Hear this. There is a person. I mean, I will not name him. He sent me a message the other day. If you recall, he might see this. He has lost his job last 3 months. He has worked in Bombay. He's an educated guy. The line he said is, "Sir, I have been asked to pay up. They are repairing the lifts. I'm sure this is what he said. They are repairing the lifts. They are going to put a heavy charge on me. Sir, I don't have a job. As an educated person, I am not supposed to beg, but I have no other way. Sir, please help me." So this is the story of Bombay. I mean, people say Mr. Pandey is going and crossing his limits. No, sir. The citizens of Bombay, everybody is affected by traffic, everybody is affected by noise, everybody is affected by these cooperative societies. Some of them are good, some of them are bad. But this bad is worse. There is a lady in Oshiwara who complained against my own officer. They have cut her toilet ka pani. They have cut her water. I mean, forget about the electricity. How does the lady survive? So yesterday I consulted a lawyer. He said, "What?" I said, this should be extortion. So we are contemplating that. We are going to register that. But the other side, when the members are really wealthy and they're not paying maintenance, that also we are looking at. That cannot be done. So there is a clause. The members are not paying. The society should go and lodge a complaint with the registrar. 100 Cooperative Society Act can issue a notice to them through the registrar. Follow the process. Do not enter his house and start misbehaving, manhandling. That's my message through you. So this is something about cooperative societies. Very close to this, something which we will see soon, is also the problem of drugs in the city. The drugs menace I have not really talked about because we are putting our house in order. I was trying to find out what all we can do. The problem is not, I mean, I say the problem today, what